Hi, and welcome to the Premium Content Library. I'm so glad you're here. You now have access to hundreds of videos that will help you with your eBay business, as well as unlimited email support with me anytime you need help with anything. You'll also find lots of downloads and printables that will help you with your eBay business. So let me take a moment to show you around so you'll know how to find everything.
Welcome to the Premium Content Orientation video. You are in the perfect place to take your eBay business to the next level. This library has an overwhelming amount of content, so I want you to be able to find everything quickly and easily. Please watch this video in its entirety so you will understand how it's set up and where everything is located. This is the desktop view of the Premium Content Library. It will appear differently on a mobile device or a tablet. To get started, the table of contents is the first thing you'll see. This is updated weekly, so you always have a synopsis of all the content together in one place. This is great to print out and look at all of the content so you can decide what you want to learn about without having to go through each one of the sections individually. Next is monthly updates. This is where I put the new content as it is added. So you can check in here as often as you like, at least weekly, and see what's new. For example, for February of 2020, you can see the content that's been added and it links to the exact video about that topic. So check in here weekly so you can stay up to date on what has been added. Also, there are archives if you want to go back and look at what's been added chronologically and work backwards so that you can stay current on information that's been recently added. The next section, beginners start here. I highly recommend if you are new to eBay or if you have been away and have come back, maybe you used to sell, you took a break for months or years and you're back, that you should go through this course because a lot can change on eBay in a short time. A frequent comment I hear when people have questions is, oh, I didn't know that. So take some time and go through this course. It is about 5 hours long, but it goes over every aspect of selling on eBay, the basics you need to know about the site, how to do your research, listing basics, what the listing form looks like, all the little boxes you have to check and what they mean, listing demos by different types of items, shipping basics, and then there's an assignment worksheet you can print out and check off the tasks as you do them. So this was designed for the beginner or for sellers who have left eBay and come back so that you are up to speed on everything you need to know. The next section is books. That is a new section as of February 2020. Not much in there yet, but this is where I will put BOLO books. That stands for Be on the Lookout, High Profit Items to Look For, and Book Selling Tips. The next section is buying for resale. If you are not a picker, going to thrift stores all the time, or you need more ideas of how to find inventory, this is a great section. It has my virtual picking course where you can learn to buy things online, even on eBay, and resell them for a higher price. Time wasters. This is a great series that explains things not to worry with that are either not high profit or too cumbersome to ship or just not popular on eBay. They just don't resell very well. The estate sale course is in this section. How to buy and sell on Facebook groups and Facebook Marketplace, and then just some random inventory buying tips. The next section is cleaning hacks. That's pretty self-explanatory and something I'm constantly adding to. And then collectibles. This is organized by brands. I am working on a ceramics, porcelain, and pottery section that's growing. There's a long course about all kinds of Disney items because that is a very popular brand in the collectibles world. And then there's a section on vintage items. Some of these items will be cross-referenced in other sections, so you may see some repetition, but that's by design because you may want to learn about one thing and not go to other sections. I don't want you to miss anything, but some items straddle two categories, and so I put them in both places just to be thorough. The next section is consumables. This means anything that can get used up that a consumer would replenish. This is not about buying wholesale. This is about things you could find in the grocery store, the drugstore, Walmart, health and beauty products. They're everywhere. Keep in mind, you don't have to sell hundreds of an item. You might have something that someone is looking to replenish because theirs ran out. So that's a very informative course to help you understand where to look for these things when you're out doing your normal daily routine anyway. Next, we have Conquering Your eBay Fears. That's self-explanatory, lots of good videos there. And then the Do-It-Yourself Store Critique. I have set this up based on all of the criteria that I would check for. There is a checklist that you go through and you evaluate your own store based on my checklist. After you've done that, if you still have questions, email me and we'll talk about it, because as a member you get unlimited email support, so I'm always here for you to answer your questions. The next section is ephemera, which means paper things from the past. Then the FAQ section. I guarantee if you have a question, it has been asked before, and I probably have a video on it, so check here first. At the top are eBay announcements and updates, so this is a good section to check in on periodically to make sure you're up to speed on everything. Then we've got common eBay questions, and the member Q&A is a podcast, so you can listen along. You don't have to look at your screen. It's usually about an hour long, and this is done monthly, and the content is taken from some of the questions that other members have sent in. So it's a good way to learn a lot about the business and issues that other sellers are having, so that if and when it happens to you, you're prepared. You've already heard about this. And again, feel free to email me. What usually happens here is some of these topics come up later in your own business, and you can email and say, hey, I heard about such and such. I don't remember where that was. What do I need to do about this? But it's a good way to learn about things before they happen to you, because there is always a solution for every problem. It's just a matter of figuring out what it is. The next section is international selling. Everything you need to know about international selling, conveniently located in one section. Next is Inventory Connect. This is if you have extra inventory to sell, or if you need to buy inventory and you want to buy it from other resellers. You can check out that section. The next section is Keyword Lessons. I'm building an eBay vocabulary section here to help you with your listings so that you can use the best keywords possible to attract more buyers to your listings. Then the materials section. The important thing to remember here are the customer response letters. When situations come up on eBay with buyers and you don't know how to respond or you don't know how to handle the situation, come to this section. There's probably a letter for it, which is a script, and helps you work through what to say to the buyer and what to do in that situation. If you don't see what you need, please email me and I will write one. Next is men's clothing and shoes. That's self-explanatory and new for 2020, so I am building that section. And photography tips. This includes eBay's best practices, some simple tips for filters and color correction, the light kit that I use, some basic photo hacks. So if you need help with your photography, this is a great section to go to, and I am not selling you anything here. This is all very simple stuff you can do, and I'm showing you the way that I do it. Next is the research section. There are many ways to research pricing for an item other than just eBay completed listings. I also have research examples for different types of items here, and Terapeak tutorials. If you are a eBay store owner, you have a basic subscription to Terapeak, which is a research tool, and you may not even know that you have it or know how to use it. So there's about an hour's worth of tutorials there. Next is a collection of selling tips. These are videos that didn't really fit anywhere else, such as lots of common questions about best offer, defects, eBay selling standards, that kind of information. The next section is SEO, which stands for Search Engine Optimization, things you can do to place higher in search, increasing the probability that more buyers will see your listings. There is a shipping section with lots of shipping frequently asked questions. The next section is technology tips. That mobile phone is a powerful device, and you may not realize how many things it can do to help your eBay business. One very helpful video you might want to watch immediately after watching this one in the technology tips section is how to watch premium videos on your TV. I know many of you like to watch YouTube on your TV or Netflix or have a Roku, and unfortunately the Teachable site where the premium library is hosted does not interact with any of that. So there is a way to do it. Check out this video, how to watch premium videos on your TV with YouTube, and that will make studying this information even more convenient. The next section is a big one, things to sell. These items are categorized by type, or there may be an entire course. For example, the eyeglasses course, handbags course are all located here. I'm constantly rearranging this content so it makes more sense and it correlates with departments of a thrift store and how eBay is set up. So once a section gets too many things in it and it looks overwhelming, I'll create an entirely new section for it in the premium library. So your kitchen items are here, medical items, needlework course, on and on. This is a great way to learn new types of items to sell if you don't know what to look for, or you want to just increase your knowledge of what else might be in the thrift store that you don't know has value. There's a section for thrift shopping lists. These are downloadable and printable, such as $100 bolo items, women's and men's clothing brands, shoe brands, and those are updated periodically. The next section is kind of fun, trash to cash, things that you may not realize have value. You may be throwing away items that have value on eBay and you can make money on. There is a section called Trends and Themed Items. That's self-explanatory. The next section is women's clothing and shoes. That's pretty self-explanatory. It is a big category because that is what I specialize in. So you'll find my clothing courses, videos on how to sell clothing, frequently asked questions, anything related to selling women's clothing and shoes. Last and certainly not least is the index. This is a wonderful tool and a fast way to find exactly what you're looking for if you don't remember where it is. This is set up just like the index in the back of a book. Everything is alphabetized. So let's say, for example, you remember hearing about AirDrop to move the photos from your phone to your computer, but you don't remember where that is. You can go to Index, under A, here is AirDrop tutorial. It takes you directly to the video about that topic. very fast and easy. So I recommend that you try to look here first before submitting your question, because I do promise to get back to you within 24 hours, and you may be able to find the answer much more quickly by checking here first. If you can't, no problem, email me. I'm always here for you. Okay, that concludes the Premium Library orientation video tour. Again, email me anytime if you need help with anything eBay related. My email is suzanne@suzanneawells.com. Thanks so much for joining, and I wish you the best with your eBay business. Have a great day. Bye.